Good morning, everyone. I'm going to just interrupt your conversation so we can get rolling this morning. I hope everyone had a fantastic evening last night. I was really impressed with the After Dark party. I thought it was a lot of fun, so great job to staff. And like the pyro was pretty impressive, I thought. Who knew? I didn't expect that, so very well done. I would like to call the 88th Annual General Meeting to order. Before commencing the business portion of today's meeting, I would like to remind you about a few logistical matters for this AGM, which were previously shared with members in an email ahead of the conference. The AGM is expected to last approximately 45 minutes. The materials for today's meeting are included in the 2026 Annual General Meeting package that was posted to the AMCTO website and in the conference app under the AGM session. If you don't see the package in the app, please refresh your screen and then you should be able to see it. A reminder that you must be a full member of the association in good standing to be able to vote on a motion this morning. And to respond in favor or in opposition to any motion, please raise the branded AMCTO member card that was provided to you this morning upon your entry to the AGM. If you have a question or a comment during the proceedings of any item, please raise your hand and approach the microphone. I think there's a microphone set up. And please identify yourself and the municipality that you're from for the benefit of our participants in the meeting before asking your question or commenting. And if I call a motion to move or second an item, or call for a mover or seconder of an item, I would ask you also, if I point to you, to please identify yourself so that we can record that in the minutes. Our quorum is 50 full members of the association in good standing at the commencement of the meeting, and I can report that we do have more than 50 members present. Therefore, our quorum is met and we are able to proceed with our meeting this morning. So to begin, the minutes for the 2025 Annual General Meeting are in your AGM package, and I would call for a mover or seconder to approve the minutes. Robin and Annette. Any questions or comments on the minutes? Okay, seeing none. All in favor that the minutes of the 2025 annual meeting be adopted? Thank you, and all opposed? That carries. Over the past year, as an association, we've remained committed to supporting our members and municipal professionals across the province in their pursuit of learning, growth, and career advancement. In 2025, in response to the growing presence of AI rapidly changing the education environment, AMCTO took steps to ensure we had education program assessment models were up to date to reflect these changes while maintaining programs' overall curriculum credibility and service to students. Within our professional development programming, AMCTO hosted the Inspiring Municipal Women's Forum as a specialty forum in recognition of International Women's Day. We also launched a revised and comprehensive 2026 municipal elections training program that included 9 in-person training sessions across all 9 AMCTO zones to support our clerks, members, and election administrators across the province in their election education and planning leading up to this fall's election season. Again, I know I did this at the opening ceremonies, but kudos to the election working team who put a ton of work into this training, so congratulations. The association's role in advocacy and policy development remained a core focus for our work. This work included providing supports for our members in the sector with the further expansion of strong mayor powers and continued work on key files to support the modernization of legislation, the Municipal Act, the Municipal Elections Act, and the Municipal Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act. You'll hear more about this important work in a few minutes from our Policy and Government Relations Committee Chair, Joey Anderson. And we have continued to see positive growth in our overall membership in 2025, especially in the new professional and student membership categories. In 2025, AMCTO provided further networking opportunities for members through member virtual town hall programs, allowing members from across the province to come together, connect, and drive important discussions around key issues affecting their organization's day-to-day work. The board took important steps in response to the association's equity, diversity, inclusion, and accessibility audit by launching 2 new education awards that aim to reduce barriers in local government for individuals belonging to equity-deserving communities. The AMCTO Executive Diploma in Municipal Management Equity Scholarship and the AMCTO Public Administration Endowed Equity Award, which is in partnership with Seneca Polytechnic's Public Administration Diploma Program. And finally, the AMCTO board and staff worked collaboratively on the development of the AMCTO 2027-2030 strategic plan that will set up the organization for continued success for 4 years. We are excited to unveil our new strategic plan this fall, so stay tuned for that. You'll be able to read more highlights about each of these program highlights that I've mentioned in the annual report. So at this time, I'd like to invite my fellow board member and our 2025-2026 Policy and Government Relations Chair, Joey Anderson, to say a few words about the committee's work this year.
Thanks, Danielle. For those who don't know me, my name's Joey Anderson, and I work for the City of Ottawa, most recently in intergovernmental relations, but now in legal services. As Danielle said, I'm also the chair of the 2025-2026 Policy and Government Relations, or PGRC, or for those that know it, the old LPAC. As a result of the frequent legislative proposals and amendments making substantial changes to the municipal operations, and with AMCTO moving forward on several items from its issue profile, PGRC had another very busy year. The committee supported the association in speaking with a collective voice to advocate for our key member issues. We informed the association's responses to a number of things. First, the 2025 pre-budget submission process. Second, the Standing Committee submissions on Bill 9, Municipal Accountability Act, highlighting the challenges members face in municipal workplaces and identifying gaps in that legislation. We also participated in discussions related to AMCTO's issue profile and policy and advocacy framework reviews. We provided feedback on the AGCO charitable gaming framework to support staff participation in agency stakeholder roundtable. We also provided input into AMCTO's 2025 local government priorities for the provincial election. Those outline recommendations to the next provincial government in support of our members. And the committee also supported the association in making progress on a number of advocacy projects, including discussions that informed AMCTO's advocacy to OMER's governance special advisor for a seat at the table for management and non-union pension plan contributors who are also AMCTO members. This resulted in observer status for AMCTO in collaboration with 2 other associations. We also gave feedback on the impact of the lack of clarity around Restricted Act provisions. We gave feedback on the impact that the lack of clarity around Restricted Act provisions have on municipal operations during the municipal election as they apply to strong mayor powers. We gave feedback on Restricted Acts, the so-called lame duck provisions, is just one of several areas AMCTO has sought clarity on with respect to strong mayor powers, and we're happy to say that this advocacy resulted in the province recently proposing regulatory changes to address this gap. I'd also be remiss if I didn't also highlight a more recent win for AMCTO regarding the Municipal Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act, or MFIPA, on the information side of things. AMCTO was successful in getting some of our 2024 submission recommendations into the recent legislative changes to the Act, and will continue to press for changes. You can see all of these details and more on PRGC highlights and the work of the AMCTO Policy and Government Relations team in our annual report. And as we look ahead, PGRC looks forward to working with yourselves, with AMCTO staff, and the board in the coming year. We'd ask that you please don't hesitate to reach out to PGRC members or Policy and Government Relations staff to talk about your advocacy interests. Now, before I pass it back, they're not in my notes, but I'd just like everybody here to give a hand to Alana, Charlotte, and Bilal from the team that supported this throughout the year. Also, the PGRC members that supported me as chair. So everybody in the room, please give a hand. Thank you. I'll pass it back to Danielle.
Literally adjusting my box that I stand on, so sorry. Well, thank you. Oh, bear with me for one moment, sorry. All right. Thank you, Joey. And I just, on a personal note, also want to thank Joey for his time on the board and for your service. Thank you so much. At this time, I would request a motion to receive the annual report, the association's activities for 2025, and I'd like to call for a mover and seconder. Kelly and Heather. Kelly, and sorry, Allison. I'm so sorry. I did that to you before, remember? I can't believe I did that. Sorry. Okay. Any questions or comments on the annual report of the association's activities? Okay. Seeing none, all in favor that the 2025 annual report of the association's activities be received? All opposed? And that carries. Thank you. BDO Canada LLP conducted the audit of the association's 2025 financial statement information regarding the auditor's report and financial statements, and this can be found in your annual general meeting package. In brief, AMCTO experienced relatively standard variances in its program and service budget lines. I'm pleased to highlight that due to higher than projected program registrations in both education and professional development and positive returns for the financial markets, AMCTO finished the 2025 financial year in a modest surplus position. As per the association's policy, surplus funds have been distributed to AMCTO's reserves. And as a board, we certainly are mindful of the need for balanced organizational fiscal sustainability with pressures on municipal training budgets. For a not-for-profit organization, reserve levels remain within industry-appropriate thresholds, and our board continues to discuss ways that we can provide more value to all of you as members. I would like to request a motion that the financial statements and auditor's report for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2025 be received, and I'm looking for a mover and seconder, Joey and Todd. Any questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, all in favor that the financial statements and auditor's report be received? And all opposed? And that carries. Thank you. Moving forward for 2026, I would call a motion to appoint the firm of BDO Canada LLP as auditors for the association for the fiscal year ending in December 31st, 2026. And I'm looking for a mover and seconder for this. Graham, Allison, any questions or comments? Okay, all in favor that AMCTO appoint the firm BDO Canada LLP as its auditors for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026. Thank you. And all opposed? Seeing none, that motion is carried. Thank you. In February of this year, the AMCTO Board of Directors approved the establishment of term limits for the board representatives. The proposed changes were made less out of a past need to address the longevity of members on the board, but to ensure AMCTO was following best practice as it relates to not-for-profit boards, and to ensure our bylaws reflected the desire for increased opportunities. To establish the term limits, AMCTO Bylaw Number 1 has been revised. A copy of the revised bylaw can also be found in your AGM packages. I would call for a motion to approve the amendments to the association's bylaw, and I'm looking for a mover and seconder for that. Kelly, and seconder Joel. Any comments or questions? All in favor that the AMCTO amend its bylaw as per resolutions presented? Thank you. And all opposed? And that motion is carried. Thank you, everyone. As a result of the nomination process for positions on the Board of Directors, the following individuals have been acclaimed to serve on the Board of Directors for the period of 2026 to 2028. Annette Gilchrist, Chief Administrative Officer, Clerk, Deputy Treasurer, Township of Montshire Valley. Stacey Dedlow, Committee Support Specialist, City of Peterborough. Jamie Eckenswiller, Director of Legislative Services and Clerk for Municipality of West Grey. And Zone 1, Amanda Gubbles, Chief Administrative Officer, Municipality of Southwest Middlesex. Valerie Pretrianak, Town Clerk, Director of Legislative Services, Town of Halton Hills. Kayla Thiebel, Director of Legislative Services, Town of Gravenhurst. Katie Scott, Chief Administrative Officer and Clerk of Town of Blind River. And Zone 9, Heather Filiak, Deputy Chief Administrative Officer and City Clerk for the City of Kenora. At this time, I would request a motion to confirm the acclamation and election of the Vice President, Director at Large, Zone Directors for their respective terms, and I would like to call a mover and seconder. Joey and Denny, any questions or comments? All in favor to confirm the acclamation and election of Vice President, Director at Large, and Zone Directors for their respective terms? And all opposed? And that carries, and congratulations. As we welcome new members to the Board of Directors, I also want to acknowledge with great gratitude the contributions of those individuals whose time on the board is coming to an end. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge each of your contributions, so I ask that you please join me on stage when I call your name. Zone 3 Director, 2024 to 2026, Amanda Fusco. I'm going to do them all at once or one at a time. Zone 9 Director, 2018 to 2026, Jonathan Hall. Director at Large, 2024 to 2026, Joey Anderson. An immediate past president board member from 2020 to 2026, Mr. Paul Shipway. And at this time, I would like to bring to the podium the 2026-2027 AMCTO Board President, Kyle Pratt, so that he may take the oath of office of President and be sworn in, as well as provide his opening address to you today.
Just going to put that box to the side. I, Kyle Pratt, hereby solemnly promise and declare that I will faithfully and to the best of my ability carry out the duties of the Office of President of the Association of Municipal Managers, Clerks, and Treasurers of Ontario in accordance with the Constitution, bylaws, and policies of the Association, and that I will present and serve the needs of the membership and promote professionalism within the municipal administration in the province of Ontario. So now it says we both signed the certificate, which we did. As many of our past presidents can attest, it is an honor and a privilege to serve as AMCTO president, but it is also a significant time commitment. The president is requested to put in hundreds of hours between board and management committee meetings, representing the association at conferences with domestic and abroad, advocate both directly and indirectly to government on matters that are important to you, and much more. This accomplishment takes them away from their municipalities and their communities and their families. To express our gratitude for this commitment, we would like to present Danielle with a few items. The first item is the presentation of the AMCTO President Pin. This gold pin casts the words AMCTO President, signifies the vital role that is played by the association president. We hope that you will wear this proudly at all and any future events. Our second gift to Danielle seeks to recognize the contribution the president role makes to their home communities and to thank those home communities for allowing the president to fulfill the role of the association. To this end, each year, AMCTO makes a charitable contribution in the name of the president to an organization in the community of great importance to them that aligns with AMCTO's values and principles. This year, Danielle has selected Seeds Canada as the recipient of a $500 donation from AMCTO in her name. Seeds Canada, based in Danielle's municipal home of Cambridge, serves survivors of sex trafficking and or exploitation aged 18 and up. Seeds focuses on long-term solutions that provide women and survivors with personalized education plans, medical aid, trauma therapy, job placement, case management, and other restorative services. Danielle, on behalf of the board and staff at AMCTO, here's a check for Seeds Canada that you can present to them at a later date. Finally, I would like to... I was looking for this big check somewhere, sorry. Finally, I'd like to welcome our Executive Director to the podium for the final surprise for Danielle.
Well, good morning, everyone. So you may recall last year, if you were here, we started a little bit of a new tradition. While the presidential pin and the charitable donation are certainly meaningful in recognizing the tremendous commitment of our president, we did want to find a way to demonstrate our appreciation as staff and the membership in all that we asked the president to do during their term. With that in mind, last year you may have seen we presented now past President Paul Shipway with his own AMCTO race car. Well, it was a model AMCTO race car, but it did signify, his past racing career as well as his inability to use turn signals. This year, we did want to think of something that would appropriately recognize Danielle Manton. So I will venture to say that over the last couple of years have been ones of great change for Danielle. Very well-deserved promotion, moving from city clerk to general manager of corporate services with the city of Cambridge is one of those things. And I do also remember shortly after Danielle became AMCTO vice president, she experienced a less than favorable change with the loss of her father, Carmen. Over the past couple of years in working and traveling with Danielle, I've got to hear about her amazing relationship with her dad and his career in the banana business. So we wanted to present Danielle with something that will remind her of her time as AMCTO president, and also many of the same amazing attributes that she shared with her father. But I cannot make this presentation alone. So to help me with the gift presentation, please welcome to the stage Deputy Chief Administrative Officer of Corporate Services with the City of Guelph and AMCTO past President, Stephen O'Banana. So while Danielle starts unwrapping the gift, Stephen will give you a hand with that. I'll just give you a little bit of context. So in approximately 1924, Danielle's great-grandfather, also named Carmen, started Mellow Ripe Bananas, Canada's largest importer and distributor of bananas. Danielle's father, Carmen, carried on the family business, banana business, working out of the Toronto Food Terminal until his passing in 2024. If you're counting, that is 100 years in the banana business in Toronto. So the gift is a framed article from the New Toronto Souvenir booklet from 1963. The article tells the story of, I'm going to get this right, the Potosha family. I knew I was going to screw it up. Potosha family and their commitment to hard work and innovation. Pictured in the article are the Potoshas, Danielle's great-grandfather, her grandfather Tony, and his brother James. And if you can see, sort of squint a little bit, the family picture there, the little guy in the checkered shirt and the iron slacks is young Carmen, Danielle's father. So the framed picture reads on the top plate, New Toronto Souvenir Booklet, 1963, and at the bottom, it says, presented by AMCTO in recognition of a father-daughter bond cemented in determination, generosity, and love. Danielle, thank you for all you've done for us, and thank you for sharing your time with us. We appreciate it.
Wow. Thank you so much. Sorry, I just need a moment to collect myself. I'm so touched by that. I have to tell you, when my father passed away unexpectedly almost 2 years ago, Dave was there for me in so many ways, and I'm very grateful for that. And he came to the funeral and sat with my family, and there's just, so much value in somebody who takes the time out of their day to recognize that, significant, terrible moment in a family's life. And I'm grateful for my family's legacy. And in fact, my grandfather also ran for council, and so his picture sits in my office as one of his letters to his Ratepayers Association. So clearly it's in my blood somewhere to be in municipal local government. Thank you very much. Oh, and I also just want to take a moment to welcome your new president, Kyle Pratt, to stage. Congratulations, Kyle. Okay, I'm confused where I am. Okay, you're good? You got it?
good.
Okay.
AMCTO does a wonderful job giving us scripts, but once we miss a little point, then it gets thrown off. So we apologize for that, but the scripts are intact now. Good morning, everyone. It is an incredible honor to stand before you today as the incoming AMCTO president. When I reflect on this moment, I think back to where my AMCTO journey began. More than 18 years ago, I joined AMCTO as a municipal management intern in the inaugural cohort year of the municipal internship program. At that time, I would never imagined that one day I'd be serving as your AMCTO president. AMCTO has been a constant throughout my professional career. The opportunities, relationships, mentorships, and support I've received through the organization have shaped me in my municipal career and where I am today. I also want to take a moment to recognize the membership. AMCTO's greatest strength has always been its people. Municipal professionals across Ontario who show up every day with dedication, professionalism, and shared commitment to public service. It is your willingness to share your knowledge, support one another, and lead your communities that makes this organization exceptional. One of the things I value most about AMCTO is the power of connection. While networking is often described as a professional tool, for me it has always meant something much deeper. It is about building meaningful relationships, sharing experiences, learning from one another, and creating a community that supports each other through both challenges and success. Many of my closest professional relationships were formed through AMCTO, and I encourage every member to continue investing in those connections. I would not be standing here today without the guidance and encouragement of mentors who generously invested their time, wisdom, and trust in me. I would like to extend a sincere gratitude to 4 individuals in particular: Tony Haddad, David Cribbs, Rob Adams, and Chris Ray. Each of you has played an important role in my development, and I am deeply grateful for your support, advice, and friendship over the years. I also want to thank my council and the Town of Tillsonburg team. Public service is a team effort, and I am fortunate to work alongside such dedicated professionals who continually support our community and challenge me to grow as a leader. I would also like to recognize 2 of my team members that are here today: Laura Pickerskill, my longtime executive assistant who has been promoted to deputy clerk. Thank you for your professionalism, organization, and unwavering support over the years. And Duncan Bryce, my new executive assistant, thank you for stepping into the role with energy and commitment, and I look forward to working together. I'd also like to take this time to thank Danielle Matten for exceptional leadership as president. Danielle's dedication to our members has strengthened AMCTO and positioned us well for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in another round of applause for Danielle. I am grateful for the foundation she has built and look forward to continuing that momentum. As I begin my term as president, I am excited about the opportunities ahead. We have a chance to bring AMCTO's new strategic plan to life and ensure it delivers value for its members across the province. I am committed to visiting each zone, listening to members, and ensuring your perspectives guide our work. I am also committed to continuing to strengthen our focus on workplace incivility, an issue that is impacting many municipal professionals. Our members deserve a respectful, healthy, and productive workplace supported by practical tools, education, and advocacy. Most importantly, I am honored to serve you, the membership. You are the heart of this organization, and it is a privilege to represent the community so committed to good governance and strong municipal administration. I look forward to working closely with Dave Arbuckle and the entire AMCTO team. Their leadership and dedication are essential to advancing our professionalism and supporting members every day. Finally, I'm excited to work alongside our incoming Vice President, Annette Gilchrist, our board members. This is a strong and experienced group, and with the input and support of the AMCTO membership, I am confident we'll accomplish great things together. Thank you for your trust, your support, and your commitment to AMCTO. and thank you to the work that you do every day in your communities. I look forward to the year ahead and working with all of you as we continue to bring a stronger future to our organization, our profession, and the communities we serve. Thank you.
This box, my goodness. Okay, bear with me for just a moment. Okay, are there any other items of business to be properly considered at the 2026 Annual General Meeting? Seeing none, I would like to thank you for your attention and request your approval of the following motion, that the 88th Annual General Meeting of the Association of Municipal Managers, Clerks, Treasurers of Ontario be adjourned, and I would be looking for a mover and seconder. Joey, Allison. All in favor that the 2025 AMCTO Annual General Meeting be adjourned? All opposed? And that motion is carried. And now for this next part of the program, I would like to invite AMCTO Executive Director Dave Arbuckle to the podium.
Well, good morning again. So I get to do one of my favorite things of the year, which is to recognize the hard work, dedication, and important steps taken by members to earn their AMCTO accreditation. Today, we will recognize members who have achieved the Certified Municipal Officer, the Accredited Municipal Professional, and the Accredited Ontario Municipal Clerk designations over the past 2025-2026 year. Today, we are joined in person by some, but not all, and of our accreditation recipients. So for those that are here today, when we call your name, we ask that you please come to the stage to accept your recognition and to stay for a photo with myself and Danielle. So first, we will start with our certified municipal officers. I'd like to welcome to the stage Jerry Lynn Levitt, Director of Corporate Services with the Municipality of Grey Highlands. Next, we will have Mandy Pearson, Director of Legislative Services, Clerk, and Deputy of Operations with the Town of Petrolia. And last in person will be Renee Rakowski, Director of Waste Management and Environmental Services with the District Municipality of Muskoka. So the following individuals could not be here today, but please join me in congratulating them, and you can hold your applause to the end. So we have Shara Lavalley, CAO, Clerk Treasurer for the Town of Rainy River, Dan Thibodeau, CAO, Clerk Treasurer with the Township of Armstrong, and Aaron Britnell, Manager, Corporate Performance and Strategy with the City of Guelph. So next up, we will have our AMP, or Accredited Municipal Professionals. First, we'll have Jessica Pauley, Deputy Clerk with the Municipality of Brighton. Next, we'll have Holly Melnick, Deputy Clerk, Township of Southgate. And last in person is Megan Morrison, Administrative Assistant, Building and Planning, Town of Parry Sound. So two additional recipients who couldn't be with us today. We also had Chelsea Martin, Coordinator of Community Environmental Sustainability with the County of Oxford, and David DeForest, Lead Corporate Policy with the City of Mississauga. Finally, it is my pleasure to introduce our Accredited Ontario Municipal Clerks, or AOMC, recipients. First, we'll have Kevin Klingenberg, Clerk, Town of Caledon. Next, we'll have Carson Lamb, Director of Legislative Services Clerk, Township of North Huron. Christine Preston, Deputy Clerk, City of Orillia. Katie Boyko, Manager of Legislative Services, Deputy Clerk, Town of Grimsby. We've got a Grimsby back-to-back. Victoria Steele, Director of Legislative Services, Town Clerk, Town of Grimsby. Next, we'll have Denny Tim, Township Clerk, Township of King. So last but not least, and I'm sure this is going to get loud, Joel Watts, Deputy Clerk, Legislative Services, City of Kawartha Lakes. And again, two additional recipients who couldn't join us today. So Jennifer Pereira, Director of Legal and Legislative Clerk for the Municipality of Strathroy-Caradoc, as well as Amanda Knight, Clerk Director of Legislative Services with the Township of Guelph-Aramosa. So I'd like to take just one final moment and encourage everyone in joining me in recognizing and applauding our newly accredited members. I think more and more these days we're looking through job ads and looking at opportunities, and we're seeing more and more people adding those AMCTO accreditations to those opportunities. So if you are interested and you're looking to make that leap into that accreditation, we encourage you to do so. Please contact Natalie Plourde, who's our advisor of membership and accreditation, and she'd be happy to move you through that process and start you on your accreditation journey.